Well guys, today we're going to be working on this Chevy Venture, and although I got a whole box full of parts here from the Amazonian Trail, what we're going to be working on today is this driver's side fan, and in particularly the motor. So we're going to be taking that whole assembly out, replacing the motor and putting it back in. Now the easiest way would be to, it looks like, take off this motor mount so it can come out. I don't have a lot of room there. I'm assuming I can get this hose and I'll strap it up out of the way with a cable tie, and I think we'll get it on out. I got a bolt right here. You can see it right there, and then over here on this side somebody has conveniently put a cable tie on that bolt, so I don't have that one, and I think the bottom just kind of stabs in there. So other than taking this motor mount loose and unplugging it, I don't think I have a big job ahead of me here. Let's see, let's get into it. Well, I got all four of these bolts loose in a timely, well, I thought they were loose. Yeah, well, let's hit them again. Might be a little bit of tension on there. I might have to use the old pry bar to get these back in. Where's my little metal tray thing? Okay, we'll put that over here. There we go. Ignore these hose clamps. Alright, let's see if this will go up and out of the way there. Look at that, beautiful. Now we'll get some cable ties and we'll stretch this over. Well, there we go. Got that tied up out of the way. Now we got direct access here to the fan. So it looks like that could be a 10 millimeter. I'll go find my 10 millimeter socket somewhere. But I think the harder thing that I'm gonna have to do is cut that cable tie. I don't know how I'm gonna get something in there to cut it with, but we'll see. Hopefully it'll just break. Well, look at that bolt, guys. That bolt that was in there, wow, was that thing long, just to hold in that little dinky fan. Now, I've got it unplugged, so let's see if we can maybe wiggle this thing. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Man, I can't even hardly see that cable tie. Well, let me see what I can get in there, and I'll let you know what I did to get that. Well, I don't know if you can see it. See down right there. Look really close. I've got it stretched out far enough to where I think I can get one of my wife's kitchen knives in there, and I'm gonna try to go ahead and cut it. Well, that did work. It was still a little bit difficult. It's hard to talk. It was a little bit difficult from the angle, but this should come right up out of here unless there's something else that's tied to it or holding it up. I'm gonna have to get two hands on this, guys, because this wiring harness won't, man, maybe not. I want to show you. That's what this whole video is about, right? Come on. Come on. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Come on. Don't break my spark plug wires. Yeah, I'm going to have to get two hands here, guys, but it's almost out. I just got to pull this wiring harness back while I'm pulling it. Well, and just like that, it's out. You know, these little tabs wanted to hook on everything coming out. They wanted to grab wires, and you know, if you were falling down a cliff and you threw a rope out and wanted it to hook on something to save your life, it wouldn't hook on nothing. But if you're trying to get something out, every one of these little, you know, items sticking out is going to hook on everything. All right, enough chit-chatting. Let's get this nut off of here and get this motor replaced. Well, I got that off. I wish I could say it was easy, but it was not easy because I kept trying to hold it, manhandle it, and take it off, and this nut is not righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. It's a lefty-tighty, righty-loosey. So remember that when you're taking it off, and it'll come right off. Plus, I put a little shot of WD-40 on it, and it's the same size that these bolts were that held in, well, supposedly supposed to have 2 bolts, but anyway, it's the same size as the bolt that held in the fan, which is a 13 millimeter, which you guys know is very close to a 1/2 inch, and it looks like these are too. So I'm gonna go ahead and are they through bolts? Yeah, there's no place to really do any kind of lubricant, so I'm gonna take that plug off right here, because you know, while the motor's being held stable with the bolts, it'll make it easier to unplug. So I'm gonna unplug that, and I'm assuming this motor comes out this way, so I don't have to take that shield off. I will let you know. Get back right with you. Well, now, all these bolts here were 11 millimeter, except for this one right here that there was a 10. So I went ahead and I marked it, piece of blue tape, so I know where the 10 goes to. I don't know. Somebody's been in here before, I guess. The bolts all look the same. I don't know. I don't get it. Anyway, it's the way it all worked out. There's the culprit. Wow. Seems like an awfully big motor for, you know, these modern day cars now. This thing is heavy too, guys. Anywho, I'm gonna go ahead and remember that orientation. This plug was down yonder way like that, so I need to put the new one back in the same way. Well, guys, wah wah wah.
Did I do it again? You certainly did.
This is not the right motor. Looks like it has the same plug. Looks like the plug-in would work in there just peachy, but the bracketry is not the same. Now, see on this old one here, see how it's got the brackets coming out? Now, if I wanted to, in a pinch, I could always cut these brackets off and just weld them on here, and that might work. They might be long enough. I don't know. That's a bigger motor, so I don't think that would even reach. I could make my own tabs, but then again, this motor was countersunk in there, and this one will not do any countersinking unless I mount it from the back side, but there's nothing here to screw into. Could I make it work? Yes, I could make it work. I could put me some cable ties around here. Still, it wouldn't be deep enough to put the fan on. yeah, I'm gonna have to go back to the drawing board, back to square one, and see if they have one on Amazon. Well guys, this job will just have to wait for me, not for you, because for you it'll be a flash. But I ordered another motor. It was like $1 more than what this, the one that I got was. And I looked at the pictures really good, and even though the motor I bought now says it's for the, what does it say, the right fan. If you're standing in front, it would be the right, but normally it's sitting behind the wheel. So I looked at these bracketry. I look at all the brackets and where this is at, and I looked at both sides. Everything looks identical to this motor, and I really can't see the other motor that good, but it's hard to believe they're that different. They're both oriented in the same direction, where the plug comes out on the right side, and the fan is going the same direction on both of them. So I really can't see where it would make any difference at all, right or left anyway. So since it's the only one I could find, I just ordered it, and we'll see. We'll let you know when it comes in. Well, look at that, guys. Just like that, the motor is in. I still even have the old one, haven't even taken it back yet. I better get on that before they before I overstay my welcome or whatever. The motor looks identical. I mean, it looks identical to this one, with the exception of these little vent thingamajiggies in it. It all looks the same, so I'm gonna slap this in. If you want to see the other side, that's where the fan goes into. All looks identical. This doesn't have the bolt holes in it, or the bolts holding it down. So I'm assuming this could probably be rebuildable, but I got this one, we're putting it in. Let's get to cracking. Well guys, this thing goes right back in here. You got to be sure and put that little electrical connection down in there first. And they even give me new hardware here, new screws and new nut assembly with a spacer. I really like this company. I'm not sure what Radiator cooling fan. A premium. Yeah, I mean, it was packaged up really, really good, wrapped up in plastic and new hardware. Yeah, really like this company. That's why I ordered another one from the same company. Anyway, let me get the screws installed, and we're not far away from getting this van going again. Well, I went ahead and I used the original nut because it had a bigger flange already welded on it, and I like, for especially when you're going on plastic here, I like something with a bigger footprint. So I went ahead and went with that. But got this all installed and it's ready to drop right in. Well, we got that in and all buttoned up. Got the bolt put in up here, as you can see, and I even got the cable tie on over here that other guy had on before. Yep, even with my crooked fingers, I could still get that cable tie on there. It took some doing. I put some of the old silicone dielectric boot grease stuff on here, and I'm fixing to hook this up, and it is install complete. I was able to get it in that little tab in the bottom all right, so it's, you know, 3 points of contact, and the fan's not hitting. It's real close. It's not hitting. That's good. So nothing left to it but to do it. Yes, I did remember the motor mount. I got that put on. I had to get this big bar here and put it in the back, and I went ahead and I pried it forward a little bit for the holes to line up, and that was it. That was really easy peasy. Got them all tightened up, and now we're just about ready to test it out. All right, guys, we're both gonna see together. Let's start this thing up. Started a little rough there. Let's see, the air condition is on, full cold. Squeaky belt. I hear fanage. Uh-oh. Only one fan is running. I know that other one was bad because I tested it. It was getting power. Well, I gotta test this one again. I gotta test this again to make sure it's getting power. Oh boy. Alright, well, guys, I want you to see it here. Here's my power probe, and if I can do this and show it to you at the same time. So if I plug it in, I'm not going to do this with one hand. Okay, here we go. See? Green is ground, red is power. But yet, when I plug it in, we are getting no fanage. No fanage at all. So, what does that tell you? Here, fellas, I tell you what it tells you. The dummy that installed this thing never plugged it into the actual motor. Look at that. Let me see if I can reach my hand down there without getting it plumb burnt off and plug this thing into the motor. Will you look at that? It's amazing whenever you plug everything in how it just works. It's like a miracle. Now they're both spinning good. Cooling this thing down nice and quiet. Well, except for the rattle we got over there. That's the water pump and the little, you know, the tensioner pulley. Well, there you got it, guys. Another job well done at Double Trouble Garage. Got another one that can go ahead and fight to live another day. And we can start driving on this thing again and have some more fun and put some more miles on it. Well, guys, until next time, I want to thank you for watching. Please, if you haven't already, like, share, subscribe, and tell your friends about it. Share and let them know, you know, what a great channel I just watched. I don't care if you like it or not. Please share it. It'd be nice. Anyway, guys, till next time, God bless. Take care. See ya.